Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to do something a little bit different than we normally do. PSA opened up comic book grading. What? I don't know how long it's been, maybe a month or two. I don't know. They opened it up a while ago. Their advertised price is like $30 online, but right now there's like an introductory period to where the cost is sitting at $25 a book. Um, so I decided to get specifically eight, to send in, and that total came out to be like two. What do we got here? 242.91, and that was without going with their added-on pressing service for, I want to say it was like 11.99 a book. So I went away with that. Just gonna send them the way we have them, and hope for the best. Fire from the hip. But comic books, I don't have a lot of comic books. I'm not really into the comic books. When I was like 9 or 10, my friend Tony and his dad took me with them to a comic book convention, and there Tony's dad picked up quite a few comics and just gave them to me. So I've had them ever since, just hanging around, and I haven't done anything with them. Recently, when we moved to Missouri, the night we moved to Missouri, my stepdad passed that night, actually, which is kind of weird. But he had a bunch of the Stanley box exclusive comic books, and I ended up with those. And the 8 that I picked came from those Stanley exclusives. I mean, because to be honest, the books that I got when I was a kid, and now their condition is not there. It's not the best at all. Some of the bindings, the staples in the binding are coming out. One of them was from like 1964, I believe. It was a Superman comic, and that was probably the worst condition. Yellow pages, um, pieces of the pages are like falling out. The binding is coming undone. It's really bad condition. But these are the books that I decided to send. We're going to go through them one by one. I do have to keep them in order, just to because right after this video I'm going to box them up and send them out to PSA. But again, these were all from the Stanley box exclusives. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's something awesome. I don't know much about comic books, but I do want to give their grading service a try, and I'll most likely, because these were my favorite ones out of the bunch that I got. Since these were my favorite ones, I'll probably keep these and just display them. Maybe you'll see a new backdrop, because the turnaround time right now for comic books at PSA is, I want to say, like 20 business days. So these are going to get back to me, hopefully. These are going to get back to me before my submission comes back that I sent last month. So without further ado, the first one is the X-Files. And from what I've seen, all of the Stanley exclusives that I do have, Stanley is somewhere on the cover art. So I thought that was really cool. Sort of like how he does his cameos in all of the Marvel movies. Well, used to. But the X-Files, I was a really big fan of the X-Files when I was younger. Like 10 years old, I was always watching the X-Files. So there's our first one, the X-Files. Our second one is the Power Rangers. Come on, tell me that's not cool. Anybody that grew up in the 90s was all about Power Rangers. Which, I mean, everybody's favorite was the Green Ranger, but you've got to remember that the Green Ranger was not an original Power Ranger. And you can Google that. He was not an original Power Ranger. The third one, we have Ghostbusters. That's pretty cool. Ghostbusters was a little bit before my time, but I still watched it growing up. Yeah, we had 8 here. Captain America. I like I like the cover art quite a bit. again, these were my favorite of the my favorite 8 of the bunch that I have. We have Spider-Man. As far as comic books go, as a whole, my favorite comic book is the Spider-Man. I want to say it's number 200 of the Spectacular Spider-Man, and it has Spider-Man and the Green Goblin on the cover, and the cover is holographic, so it looks really cool. It looks really good. The next one is Daredevil. I don't know. I would assume that these are swords from an enemy and not Wolverine's claws, because they're not all in unison. But it's still one of my favorite ones of the lot that I have. Venom. Venom was really cool in the Spider-Man series, which they recently made a movie about. I want to say there's 2 of them, right? There's 2 Venom movies out there now, which I think we've seen the first one. Well, my family has. I've seen bits and pieces of it in and out, coming and going. But this one is another really cool one that I like. And then the last one, it has to be Spider-Man and Deadpool getting split apart by Stan Lee. I think it's a really good one. These haven't been touched. I haven't pulled them out of their... oh no, I lied. I took them out of their original packaging that they came in, and I put them in these because I did originally plan a while ago. This was like 2 years ago. I planned to send them all into CGC to get graded, and I just didn't. I want to say a Collecticon was coming up, and I was focused more on that Collecticon. So these have been sitting since then in there. They've been taken out of the plastic one time just to be put in this one with this backing and these sleeves. But the next time they get taken out is when they get graded. So they've been out of their plastic one time, and they'll get taken out one more time to go into their slabs. So I mean, hopefully everything comes out well. I don't know. I actually was wondering what type of things that they look for as far as grading, and I want to say he directed me towards another channel, Swaggle House, or I think he calls himself Swaggle House. But I watched his video on his PSA slabs, and he was talking about the binding. The binding is something that's... It seems like the binding is looked at the most as far as the exterior goes. But again, I don't know. I don't know comic books. If you do have pointers, just let me know. Let me know. I'm definitely more than willing to learn something new, especially when it comes to books. I have a lot more different kinds of these Stan Lee exclusives, as well as older books from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. The majority of them are from the mid 90s, early 90s. So if I can get an idea as to what I'm looking for, I might do more. I don't know. But right now I wanted to get these ones out of the way, sent in as my first PSA comic book submission, and see what happens. Because again, I like these a lot. I like the Stan Lees a lot. They have more of a sentimental value to me rather than a numerical value, if you will. So again, if these will probably be incorporated into the backdrop. I'll probably get rid of that shelf and put my own shelving up, going horizontal, and just load it with everything I've been picking up along the way. That's about it. I'll do another video when it comes back. Probably, I would say about 3 weeks, roughly. It's 20 business days, so maybe in 3 weeks we'll have them back. Well, no, who knows? But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your time. Again, if you have any pointers, let me know. Thank you again. Check out messocollects.com. See what we've got. We don't have any books on there. We probably won't. But we do have trading cards and Pokemon, MetaZoo for sure. But that's it. Thank you, messocollects.com. Check it out. Thank you for your time.